Welcome to Divinity 648. My name is Christina, and I am a high vibrational energy sensitive. Um, I own and operate Divinity 648. It is located in New Bedford, Massachusetts, on the second floor in the Edward Haskell House. This reading is going to be sun signs, Capricorn, moon sign, Venus, and basically any placement, right? Because if you have Capricorn in your birth chart, somehow, some way, depending on its placement, this information is relevant to you. If it is not a love relationship, it could be a business arrangement, right? The energy is going to be the same. However, what I'm seeing here is more love than anything. Um, Capricorn, holy shit. It's like mastered that shit, right? Like, I mean, mastered it. It is uh, rebirth, check in. What's up? What's not right in my life? How can I fix it? It feels like um you know how every time Madonna would come out with this new album, she would completely reinvent herself. I mean, it was just like a completely different version of her for the entire album. Okay? You have mastered some part of your karmic cycle and you are rebirthing from it, right? That's this amazing summer solstice energy that is already settling in on top of me. It's like, oh yes, euphoric. Um, 4 4, 88, multiples of 44. Sixes are strong in your energy. 24, multiples of that number, multiples of six. A lot of four energy, 4 4 4. A lot of threes coming into play. So like 3 1 3, 33, 3 3 3 3. Master building numbers, numerology numbers. Very powerful energies coming through in the Cancerians in play, in the Capricorn energy, right? So baby steps. Don't forget to slow down. If you feel like you're being delayed, but it's not bothering you, and you kind of notice this to be real for you, um, take a deep breath, turn around, reflect. And when I say turn around, I mean like go inwardly, right? Like inside, and reflect on things that where were you like 15 years ago? Where were you 10 years ago? And how does that compare to what's going on, right? And then you're going to realize that you've been taking baby steps this entire time. So it's like, no, you're not new to the scene. You didn't just get here, you've been here. And you didn't whip your way up to the top. It's layers and levels, and you've taken baby steps to get here, and you're finally here, right? And then there's this energy of almost kind of fearing the unknown, or okay, so for a certain part of you guys, for a certain part of the energy, right? Masculine, feminine, that's the two parts, right? There's really like three parts to Capricorn energy. There's three different types of Capricorns. That will be a different video. Um, but the masculine and feminine is the most dominant energy that I'm talking about real quick. And depending on which one you are, one one half of you is fearing like the unknown, right? It's like the, oh my God, am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to be there? Am I going to be able to um, meet the expectations? Kind of nervousness a little bit. And then the other parts of you are like, been there, done that, gone through it. I know who the fuck I am. I know my value. You're locking the gate. You're staying in your property. You're like, I've got heaven on earth right here. The grass is green under me. The flowers are blooming. Nobody's got time for this shit. You guys can keep all that fuckery the fuck over there, right? So, depending on your masculine feminine balance, one or the other of these energies will be in play for you. If you are completely balanced, it will be a healthy, a little bit of this, a little bit of that kind of deal for you. If you are more masculine than feminine, but you're still working on that feminine energy, you'll see which part of you is which, right? Like you'll know it through that way. A lot of you are kind of, to be quite honest, it looks like either dark hair for the feminine. Oh, I don't even know. The water sign or the feminine energy, or the one that's more like the I'm about to get out of my comfort zone kind of deal. Like I've got to hold on. There's so many different energies going on right now. So I feel like the water signs or the feminines, or you can be a man and be kind of in your feminine energy if you're more nurturing, more loving, right? Watery, water element dominant in your energy. And that's that feeling of like needing to overcome some type of insecurity or embarrassment or like obstacle, right? It's that coming out and experiencing the world kind of deal. Like you're a little bit scared to overcome this energy of stepping out and getting off your comfort zone or addressing something that you've been uncomfortable with addressing. And it feels like this energy is going straight towards someone who's larger than life kind of person, someone who's got a uh how does this feel? Someone who is just larger than life. Either they're older than you, or there's got to be like an age difference, or an age difference, or their energy is just much bigger than the energy around you, right? The energy is more like, and this could even be you, Capricorn, if your other person's energy is kind of like new to the scene, not really into tarot, not really into oracle, not understanding the difference between psychic, medium, high vibrational, and empath, right? Like there's so much layers and levels to shit. So it would be the same as this is kind of new to them. They're opening up to this, or as if like maybe they're realizing that you are larger than life, or you somehow, some way make them feel a little insecure with the way that they go about things or the way that they are, or maybe they're didn't give you enough value or enough respect, that somehow some way their energy is just smaller than yours, right? And that could just be psychic development, that could be vibrational energy, if your energy is vibrating larger than theirs. But that's what it feels like. And it feels like they have to overcome this let me just get this over and done with and say what needs to be said kind of energy. And you're kind of looking at them like, I don't understand why this is so hard for you. I'm madly in love with you, and you're acting like a dog that just got scorned for pissing on the carpet or something, you know? Um, a lot of newness is into play too, right? It's like all of your past manifestations are now on the forefront. It's kind of like, oh shit, I remember when all of this was just something that I wanted, and because of all of those baby steps that I've been taking without even recognizing, or even recognizing it, right, depending on your feminine masculinity balance, it's kind of like when you go inward, right? When you turn around and look inward, you kind of realize, like, okay, I've basically been taking baby steps this entire time to get here. And now that I'm reflecting on everything, it feels more like a accomplishment, right? It's like again, flowers are blooming, grass is green under you. So that this is work, you got the job that you didn't even know you were in line for, or you got the promotion you were hoping to get, or you're not missing any deadlines. Things are falling into place. People are listening to you, whereas before they were believing the bullshit from somebody else. A lot of you are pulling in a emperor, those of you who are in Empress feminine energy. It's like full force emperor, right? Like this would be the person who everybody wants to date, or who everyone looks at like, wow, you know, that's a good person, or that very attractive person, or like, I don't know. I don't want to call Miss Popularity or Mr. Popularity, but it almost feels like that it person, you know, like Saved by the Bell, like Zach or Slater kind of deal. Um, that's the person you're bringing into you. That's the person that is coming closer to you, because they realize that you are more in alignment with who they are and what they want or consider to be like that trophy partner, right? That trophy wife, that trophy husband, or whatever. And a lot of you are high vibrational energy sensitives like me, and you are realizing that you one, either you didn't do the work and you got left behind, or two, your vibration is so highly vibrational, shit's just popping. And I mean, like, they are, when I say they, you have to understand, I am a high vibrational energy sensitive. I understand that there's five primary gods for this one planet, plus the millions of others. I understand that, you know, all kinds of shit. So when I say they, I'm talking about my ancestry, my soul cord. And my ancestry, believe it or not, is a part of all four human races, which connects me to all four of the five primary gods, right? Like the lower ones that affect our personalities and our energies and the way that we go about things and our physical characteristics and our stereotype characteristics, right? Like Puerto Ricans always play their music so loud. Yes, of course, because they're high vibrational people and the music raises their vibration and they love that shit. So they play that shit loud and proud because it keeps their vibration up. And then you've got the uh the stereotypes of white people being so racist. No, they're not so racist. They're just fucking judgmental because they're European dominant, and they have a certain ancestral lineage of living, like standards and expectations that they feel it is superior. And it's not that they're wrong, it's just a different perspective. And they feel superior. So that's why they project that, oh, whatever. These are different gods. And these gods are associated to the different human races. And there's only four: white skin, yellow skin, red skin, black skin. That's it. Book of Gates, ancient Egyptian knowledge, not mythology, but knowledge. It's proven, it's a real thing. For human races, the fifth god is not a physical god, right? That fifth god is the one that handles the rotations and the perspective changes and the energetic influences, right? It's like the tarot deck, you've got um, the four suits in the minor arcana, and then you've got the major energy, right? Major arcana, and there's no suits, but all of the elements and everything ties into one kind of deal, right? So that's how you have to think of it, right? That's why they separated tarot cards the way that they separated them, because you've got the four lower gods, not that their energy is lower, it's just that they're closer to the earth. Their role is more involved with the creation of life, whereas the fifth god's role is more involved with the way that the planets will be in alignment and rotate and influence everyone here, right? So back to the reading, a lot of high vibrational energy sensitives are getting all kinds of crazy downloads that are giving you the clarity, right? Because all of these years before this one, we were in the eras um, of accumulating knowledge. We were, excuse me, high vibrational energy sensitive. I am constantly channeling, whether I'm in office, out of office, at home, at work. So if my voice changes, my demeanor changes, I speed up, I slow down, I take a pause, it's because I am channeling high vibrational energy, and they're allowed to manipulate the voice box. They're allowed to do as they need to from the eyes down, so that way I am always in control. So if my demeanor, voice change, my accent changes, I apologize in advance. Not really, but I'm being polite. So downloads up the ass. Amazing. It's almost like you've been in, I don't know about you, but almost been like in autopilot, where it's kind of like go with the flow, let people shit all over you, go through these karmic lessons, experience things that you shouldn't have had to experience, while people realize and do the things that they have to do, right? Because the number one thing that we are taught as high vibrational energy sensitives is that people have free will. We have free will to a certain degree. Our free will is limited to the third dimension, but in all other realms, we do not have free will. The divine has full control, it's divine order. So, uh, light workers, energy sensitives, empaths have these callings where they are in somehow, some way involved in other people's paths, and they're either their light or they're their lesson. And 9 out of 10, we play the role of the light. And sometimes, if you try to throw darkness on that light, number one, you can never throw darkness on light. It supersedes any and everything, especially when you're working with translucent light, which is more of a purified energy than white light, believe it or not. And it's amazing. Selenite, hematite, black tourmaline, citrine is also amazing energy that you want to be carrying and working with. You can go on Divinity 648. Hidden Gems is my online shop. I do have kits, travel kits, and different size pieces, and I'm going to get more uploaded. So you want to work with things like selenite, keep them around you, keep them in your car, keep them in your workplace, keep them in your purse. Selenite ones are amazing. I keep mine in my purse, always on my person. I've got pendants too with hematite and selenite and black tourmaline all on it, because that's the energy that's going to ground, protect, give you the clarity. A selenite purification wand, self maintenance stone. In other words, this energy doesn't need to be charged. It's good to charge it in full moon energy, but it's not required, right? It also doesn't need you to sage it 24/7 and make sure it's okay, because stones like to absorb just as much as they like to put out, because it's automatically high vibrational. Therefore, it transmutes all low vibrational energy into positive, beautiful energy. Um, Lesson for you if you didn't know that, now you do. So, Capricorns are birthing. They're playing this role in this new era, because we entered new era at the midpoint. I'm going to say July. We entered the July 2019, we entered a new era, right? So COVID taught everybody how to social distance, 6 feet apart. You're in your space, I'm in my space. We're not overlapping. Our energies are independent, which means my truths are mine, yours are yours. You're not overly influencing me, right? Um, and it was also the time to go within and actually learn more about yourself. And as most Capricorns are experiencing, because the Uranus influences popped with it, like charged Capricorn, to the extent that got you in motion, right? And that's that birthing. This new era is about taking all of the information that we accumulated in all of the previous eras that we have knowledge from and actually learning how to put them together. It's like now we're going to be connecting the dots moving forward, regardless wherever we enter, right? Because it's like we've been in the Renaissance and all this greatness, and what we were doing was um, basically accumulating information, knowledge, sciences. We were growing. Now we are applying, we are reviewing, we are connecting dots, we're tying things together. Like how the moon influences water. If it can influence those massive bodies of water, you better believe it's influencing you and me, right? Because we have water. We are more than 67, I think 6.9% is what they told me, or 6.9%, 69% water. Sorry, they're showing it to me weird. 69% water, the average individual. So if the moon is doing high seas, low seas, rough seas, calm seas, it's doing that to the individuals like me and you. So bipolar. No. People are actually going to start paying attention to the four quarters of the moon in the way that these bipolar individuals are popping. And then they're going to realize, oh shit, hematite is a grounding energy where if you keep it around you, your energy is more anchored and balanced and centered, and your mind is able to actually focus and concentrate and get shit done more. Holy shit. So things like that are going to be happening throughout the next several hours, to be quite honest with you. Um, and you have been literally doing those baby steps to get you right into emotion with the way that things are happening right now. And again, this is the divine timing. It's divine planning. It's we've been laying the foundations. Now it's time to apply. Now it's time to, let's move on now. Like we've got enough knowledge. What are we gonna do with it? Right? We have enough understanding. What are we gonna do with it? For those of you who are like love focused, because this is a little bit of both, I'm seeing Cancer, Capricorn, water signs. I'm seeing straight judgment. Like boom. So the masculine person in your relationship or dynamic, if this is work, right? Because regardless of um what I'm saying, the energy will still apply based on your placement of Capricorn, right? So an individual is like racing to get to you, like trying to beat time, like, oh shit, am I too late? Did I fuck up? Is it, deadlines? And meanwhile, you're kind of just going with the flow, like, been there, done that. I'm not chasing you and I'm not reminding you, kind of deal, right? Like, show up or don't kind of flow. And this person is just like, they're no longer unstable emotionally. It's kind of like they woke the fuck up and got on solid ground kind of deal because that judgment energy, that Kali and Isis and Hakat or Hakate, um, that swift, Hitana energy, all that stuff is the Shun. All that energy is whipping right through. And it's like the divine is literally going to them and waking them up. It's almost like they're having vivid dreams. It's like where there weren't clarity, they have that clarity now, right? It's kind of like this the blinder came off or the sunglasses came off, or if you are dealing with karmics, which the average individual is, um witchcraft isn't working anymore. Anything and everything that they've done in the past to kind of block or trick or mind fuck anyone, it's kind of just like no, not working. And I know, I want to say last March maybe, I'm I can't remember the date. It was kind of like Kali touchdown, right? With Raw. Like I remember like seeing that big glow of energy. When I was driving, and I'm the only one who saw it. Like two suns were in the sky, and my mother and my kids were like, I don't see what you're seeing. It was crazy. So Ra touchdown, um, Persephone touchdown, Hecate touchdown, but Kali really touchdown. And I put her energy very close to that energy of Oya because they both do that. It's like that swift breeze that just comes in and wipes everything the fuck out. Uh, so Kali basically came through with Oya, and it was just like wreaking havoc. Yeah, people wear masks, like a masquerade, right? They disguise themselves, and they can do that energetically by using spells. Conjuring shit that should not be conjured, and just whatever kind of fuckery, right? Like, I mean, you watch thank you, YouTube videos where they look like one thing and they put makeup on and it's like, holy shit, is that really the same person? I hate to go to the beach with them. Um, but it's like a huge transformation. It's incredible, right? Like, wow. That's what they're doing with magic. That's what they're doing with witchcraft, and that's what they're doing with narcissistic behaviors and manipulative tendencies. They put this energetic mask on, this persona forward, where people think they're one way, and in all actuality, they're not. Well, Kali came through with Oya and just like painted everybody's mask gray, which means if you are a low vibrational, toxic, karmic bitch, people can see the black around the gray. There's no camouflage. There's nothing to distinguish it. So you're still putting that energy out, that fakeness out, but the toxicity, the darkness to that energy is highlighted or amplified or more clear because your face is gray, right? Gray is the color of the era because even at home, gray is the shit, right? Because darkness pops off the gray more. So you can see things that shouldn't be there a hell of a lot better. Like night vision, right? The cameras go like gray, like white and gray areas. So you can see like the orbs better. You can, see energies clear. No different. So Kali painted everybody's masks gray, and Oya just, she came in and stormed, meaning like she sent that motion forward where everybody was kind of like in their motion, like going with the flow. Like she went and wreaked havoc. She was just like, oh, yeah, you want to do this? Okay, you keep doing this. And while you're doing this, I'm going to spin you around and put you here so that way these individuals can see your true self. And there's no hiding because Kali came in and painted your mask gray. So now motherfuckers are gonna see you for who you are while you're doing what you're doing. So Kali painted the mask gray, and Oya came through and put you in the right place at the right time so individuals can see you in the right light. Even if you don't see them, believe you me, they're seeing you. So back to this relationship part, it's almost like the divine came in and said, hey, you're not getting our flags, you're not seeing what we're trying to show you, you're missing all of our signs. I'm coming to you. So now there's vivid dreams, there's synchronicity, you're seeing people in the right shade of light. And for some, this was kind of like, oh, I fucked up. I chose the wrong one. Because now the mask is gray and I see her true colors or his true colors and I need to fucking run, right? Because there's nothing but darkness behind that mask. There's no bright white light. And they are so scared, this masculine counterpart in your dynamic. And again, it could just be the tangible part of your situation. uh they're kind of like holding on, like I can't lose this opportunity, I can't lose this situation, I can't lose this individual, clinging, so to speak. And they had to make a choice, but this time instead of them being blinded and making their decision based on what they see, which is falseness. They're shutting off the eyesight and they're trusting the divine, that fifth God, that intuitive energy. And people always say, "Oh, God's a man," because whenever somebody talks about hearing a voice, it's usually a masculine voice. But nobody ever acknowledges or recognizes that gut intuition is that calm, nurturing, soft voice, and we shit all over it, right? So half the time people don't even listen to their intuition and they're constantly saying things like, damn, I knew that. Why didn't I trust myself? I should have listened to myself, right? That's that calm, feminine voice that we majority of the time are hearing, but we don't always listen to. So when you are in danger, and you are hearing a voice, no, it's not that God is just a man. It is, in fact, that masculine side of the energy, that fire, that flame that's coming through in a man voice, because that's going to get your attention and you're not going to walk all over it like you do your intuition, which is the feminine energy to the divine. And again, the divine is not just one god, one goddess. The divine is all gods, all goddesses, right? It's everything. It's the primary five. It's the five that birthed the other two, which created the seven when it got shot through the white light, which is how we get the seven primary colors, the seven soul rays, the seven African powers, like whatever. So the feminine energy in this dynamic has been just leveling the fuck up intellectually. It's like, you know what? Either you healed, got the fuck over whatever the hell fuckery this guy or other partner was doing to you, that the divine needed to jolt them into action over. And you were just like, you know what? Breaking free. Like going with the flow, trusting the divine and allowing things to come in naturally instead of trying to hold on to things that the divine was letting you know you need to let go of. And then you realize that those baby steps turned into growth, it turned into amazing things. So it's almost like you went through this cycle of giving up, throwing in the towel, like, you know what, fuck it. This is how it's going to be. No problem. I'll sit here and enjoy this. Meanwhile, I'm doing other things intellectually and taking those baby steps necessary to get myself A, out of the situation, B, in a better situation. So that way, while you're doing your fuckery, it doesn't bother me because I'm focused somewhere the fuck else, kind of deal. You know what I mean? Um, so that's kind of the energy that the feminine energy in that dynamic is doing. And it's like they're ready for new beginnings. The feminine energy is like, fuck this shit. I'm ready. Like I'm ready for whatever. Like I'm so happy. I'm so content. Like a lot of Capricorns kind of stepped into this energy of hold on. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know what? Every fucking day, I wipe that table down. Every day, I cook the meal that goes on that table. Every day, I clean up the mess that's on that table. So it's kind of like you maintain that table. That's your fucking table. The man is just the bonus that sits at the table with you, so you're not by yourself. That's the kind of energy that Capricorns are in. And unfortunately, you're really content and happy in this energy. So now it's like, the other counterpart is kind of shitting bricks. Like I need to level the fuck up and smarten up and do what I need to do, or I need to just be out of the way because that other person is like ready to go. They're trusting the divine, they're flowing, they've got a lot of options. And when I say a lot of options, I mean a lot. Capricorn, you don't even realize how many people, suitors, or counterparts are trying to approach you. And you're just kind of in that, yeah, no, no, thank you energy. And now that you are content with self, it's kind of like, your other person or your person all of a sudden is just like, I can't believe like you were in my face this whole time kind of feel, but not that kind of feel. It's more like a, maybe they're realizing they were just really wrong. I'm not, there's so many different variables, right? And I don't want to go through, I don't like that thing that happens when you, because I watch platforms and I've been watching the platforms lately for those individuals who witchcraft my YouTube channel. So I've been going on YouTube and being a loyal subscriber, not sending any negative energy because remind you, I stand in translucent light. We don't need to deal with that fuckery. The divine has our back always in all areas. So you think you're getting away with something. Here we go again with that energy they started me off with. It's like with Oya. It's like she you think you're doing your fuckery and here comes Oya and she's like spinning you around. So while you're doing whatever you're doing, you're not even realizing that you're in rotation and you're being spun around in a different direction. So that way your fuckery is on display. And that's in all areas, right? So it's like, thank you, Gramps. My grandpa Raymond, God, I love this man more now than when he was alive, and I'm not embarrassed to say that out loud. I'm a lot like him. Very hard to deal with sometimes. So my grandfather is showing me the thing he always shows me whenever I get upset, and it's like these faceless individuals are shoveling really fast in a line. You know, it's like a black, beautiful cast iron fence, and they're up against the fence and they're just shoveling. And they're shoveling so fast, talking all that shit to themselves, to each other. Like they're all in conversation, just talking shit, and you can see the black shadows all around them, and they're just shoveling, and they're all laughing and joking and ha ha ha, and they start shoveling faster because they're really into the flow of it. And it's like, yeah, we're almost done, you know, we just got to do one more, three more spells, and you know, they're whatever the fuck is going on, shoveling, shoveling, shoveling. They're shoveling so fast that they're not seeing, they're not seeing or feeling or realizing that a nice noose went down around their heads, and as they're shoveling faster and faster, it starts to choke them. But they're going so fast that by the time they realize they're getting hung, the ground beneath them is fucking gone because they cleared that shit out the way. So my grandfather is applying that energy here with me, showing me how the divine feminine, and it's not just divine feminines, it's the female version of Capricorn energy. And again, based on your placements and which part of the Capricorn energy, because there's, I believe, three parts to Capricorn. It will either apply in physical dealing with other individuals or actual things like responsibilities, 3D stuff like jobs, school, mortgages, car payment, like stuff like that. So they're all doing whatever they're doing, or you shoveling, shoveling, shoveling so fast into the flow of things that they're not realizing that they're hanging themselves, they're fucking themselves, right? It's like big time energy, and you can validate this with other people's platforms. So I've been observing a lot of channels on YouTube, not a lot. There's been one primary person that I've been watching who liked to do spell work. It's like I was a subscriber to somebody's platform, and this person went and attacked that platform while I was watching that platform. And then they somehow, some way started attacking me. And I think it's so fucking funny because now I am on their platform watching them, realizing you're using the shit that I spoke about years ago and said, remember, this is karmic law. Energy repeats itself. So this time next year, you're going to be dealing with the same energy, just in whatever your current circumstances are. And when I ever heard this individual literally doing readings in the exact manner that I did them years ago, it's kind of like you're attacking that platform saying that that person's fake and doing all this fuckery, and in all actuality, you're the fucking problem. When the divine is in play and you are protected and you're staying in your lane, you don't give a fuck. You don't. That's why I'm not name dropping you like you name dropped the other person you were attacking. I don't give a fuck. No. True divine order is in play. The masks are painted gray. Capricorns are fucking protected. And it is amazing. And it's not just Capricorns, but in a lot of ways, fucking protected. Completely. Especially the high vibrational ones. Newsflash. Enjoy that shit. You've got your counterpart rushing in because they realize you are that star. You are that sun. You are that golden cup floating in the sky that they cannot wait to get their hands on. And no matter what fuckery has been going on due to external influences, manipulation, the energy collectively is in a rebirth, new era, right? Instead of collecting energy and information, we are now applying it. And we are seeing who actually can apply it and who cannot. Because now it's like, oh, well, you said this and you said that, and you know this and you can do that. Do it. Do this. If you can do all that and know all that, why can't you do this, but that person can? Kind of deal. And that's because the mask is painted gray. Your bullshit is shining through. Capricorn, high vibrationals are sitting back like, yeah, you look like a fool. But carrying on, still shining, still moving, still taking baby steps, still manifesting, still on top of their shit no matter how much crap gets thrown. Um, Capricorn, your person is madly fucking in love with you. Like to the point where um, no binding spells can keep them away. To the point where they're stalking you, for the most of you. To the point where, sorry, it's like, no, all they think about is you. It doesn't matter who's around them. They're thinking about you. They're focused on you. The way you make them feel, the way you handle them, the sex. Some of them some of them record you having sex, and I feel like the other person in the energy, the external influence, whoever's been throwing the craft, they've seen this or they've dreamt about it, or if they have been recording it, they're the other person saw the videos, and then there's like they come around them thinking everything's fine, and the other person's like all hurt and quiet and off to the side, like, you know, what does she have? And it's just weird. It's just weird. It's just so weird. And then that's that energy that I have to touch on, and I have to speak on this. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. It's like some of you, some of you have been dealing with this dynamic where it's like you are everything that they want, but have external influences that keep them from 100% committing, right? And a lot of it is their own mental prison. So when they're intimate and alone with you, or even not even alone with you, just in general, in their thoughts, it's this strong, intense connection, right? It's this slow, took forever to take off connection. And everybody in the background who's been doing any and everything they could to stop the two of you from connecting and you being in union, it's kind of like their butthurt, right? It's like the baths didn't work, the spells didn't work, the candle work didn't work, the binding spell didn't work, the cut in the cord, the mirror magic didn't work, the mental manipulation didn't work. And because in the forefront, it's like no matter how much they tried, no matter how much they did, they could not make themselves be you. And the person, your person, still burns for you, still desires you. It's kind of like um it's kind of like it doesn't matter how hard someone tries. In their mind, all they're thinking about is how they want to be cuddled up with you, or laying up with you, or having a family with you, kind of deal. And they think about the duality that comes from you too. It's kind of, it's nice. It's like you have that um, healthy balance. And I don't want to say too much because, again, I know karmics read cross watchers and all this other fuckery. So the bottom line is it's judgment. It's done. It's like your person sees, back to the relationship side of this reading, sorry, high vibrational energy sensitive, right? I don't see point A to point B. I see everything and all of the in between. So if I sound like I'm getting distracted or off topic, I'm just seeing all the other parts and calling it out as I'm seeing it. Um, So back to the relationship side, the divine came through, started bitching, got to your person, and I mean through dreams, through showing them being at the right place at the right time when that other individual was swirled away by Oya and put on track, so that way they could be seen for who they really are and how they really behave and for what the fuck is actually going on. And now your person is kind of like freaking out, like, I can't, I chose wrong, I can't let this go, I can't lose this. um Trusting the divine, not trusting just what they see, but actually trusting what they are guided to by primary God. And again, during all of this, while they are learning and experiencing and going through and slowly connecting the dots, because now we are in a different era where we're not just accumulating the information, we are now reflecting on the information and applying it. So now you are the feminine energy to this dynamic, whoever Capricorn is for the feminine. It's that cutting cords, cutting ties, releasing yourselves from toxicity, trusting the divine, manifesting, creating a new way of living, understanding that cycles are ending, not repeating, new beginnings, new opportunities, understanding that you are highly sought after. Even if you don't see it, you better believe it. Your energy is radiating, and people are just naturally attracted to you. You don't have to do spell work. You don't have to flirt with everybody. You don't have to be a Buddha or anything like that. They're seeing you for who you are and they're loving it. Um, and your person sees that. Now your person wants to come running back. And nothing that anybody can do external to that union is going to have an effect on his decision or her decision, because you are the emperor and they are the emperor. Uh, Empress, excuse me. What else? That's it. Oh, you know what? One more. Yeah. So, I'm loving this. Listen, I've got this beautiful deck too, by the way. One of my clients from California sent this to me to my PO box, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a video for Capricorn, and I'm actually going to post it on YouTube and then on my websites and my platform for the podcast, because I wanted to use these cards. I was just like, I freaking love them. And the first time I use them should be for a reading that is going to somehow, some way tie in to what she needs to hear. Um, and she'll know it's her because I'm holding up the beautiful gift set that she sent me. And I appreciate her so much. I love it. Absolutely gorgeous images. Capricorn, layers and levels to this shit. When you walk away, they keep them, they start running to you. They realize whatever external influences, we're talking shit, they're spinning it around. Um, I'm happy for you. I really am. Don't worry about bullshit either, right? It's like one of the lessons I learned when I started working in the uh sixth is that as long as you stay in alignment with Mayat and Kali and Hakate, all those beautiful things, and you realize I don't have to be vengeful. I don't have to come for you. I don't have to do anything to you. I just need to do what I need to do, stay in my lane, my fucking business. Because the cleaner your karmic energy is, the more guarded and protected you are, right? Like Oshun crowned her children of this lifetime already. She's already crowned them. And then when the next generation is old enough to fall under play, she'll go and crown them, but it's not anytime soon. She's already crowned them. So even if you were a newborn baby, you got crowned. That's it. There's no others right now. So if you're not vibrating with her stuff, her energy, and keep in mind we're in the month of May. This is Oshun's month. We're also in the year 2021. This is her year. 2021 breaks down into the number five, numerology. This is the year of Oshun, gold, goddess. Oshun, like for real. Honeydew, honey melon, butternut squash, honey, uh, the golden keys to the freaking streets, okay? Not no black shit wrapped in freaking cord, like the actual things that you need in the exact same way. It's amazing. So, Capricorn, I'm gonna leave you with that. Hematite, black tourmaline, selenite, turmeric, dillweed, plenty of sage. Uh, what else? What else? What else? Honor Oshun, and remember, she's amazing. Amazing. So when you start seeing those high vibrational numerology numbers 5555, 88, 33, and remember, do the math. 24 is a 6. 6 is 33. It's like the double threes, right? 44 is 8. It's also master numerology number 44. Get into it, understand it, acknowledge it. Know summer solstice is here. Well, high vibrationals are already feeling summer solstice energy, right? It's like when you say, "Oh, I've got that Christmas spirit, that holiday spirit," that oof energy. That's solstice energy. Enjoy it. Enjoy it because it's amplified by the energy of Oshun. Divine unions are coming into union, although karmics and toxic bitches have been at play, right? So that's it for Capricorn. Remember, self love, do the energy work, do the maintenance, do the spa pedicures, right? I go to my girl Kanita, um, Nita at Angel Nails and Fall River. Love her. She does the spa pedicures. I always do Jasmine. She knows how I like it. She goes in, I put my earbuds in, I put my high vibrational HD frequencies. I keep them on my playlist for Divinity 648 on YouTube so that way I can find them quick. So it's public. Earbuds, HD frequencies, put the massager on. Jasmine, Google spiritual uses of and Jasmine. And you'll see that it helps with spiritual development, unfoldment, opening the third eye, all that beautiful euphoric shit. So self-love, self-care, and then Google reflexology chart for the feet. See how all of the primary organs necessary that are controlled by the divine and your pituitary are associated with the bottoms of your feet. Do you know how important it is to go get a pedicure or at least a foot massage? Like a real deep tissue one to get stimulation and energy flowing, blood flowing to those organs. Everything's connected. What else? What else? Yeah, so Angel Nails. Check out Nita. Tao's also amazing too. Great spa pedicures, wicked reasonably priced. I had to say that word wicked because I'm from Fall River. What else? What else? Thank you. Oh, summer vibes, right? Remember earlier I talked about Madonna and how she would reinvent herself with every album? There's nothing wrong with doing a facial or reinventing yourself, right? My girl Michaela, we share space here physically, and she does makeup. She does beautiful makeup. Artistry for the Soul is the name of her business. You can find her on just about any social media platform, especially Facebook. Her models and past clients, they're just absolutely gorgeous. She doesn't do that. She can do that transformation look, but she does also that nice light barely wearing anything, making you glow like a fucking goddess type look. So you definitely want to check out Michaela. And she also has a page on my website, Artistry for the Soul, divinity648.com, where you can see her images of clients. And I'm going to be uploading more of her latest work this weekend. So check that out too. Reasonably priced. Get a facial. Go get Angel Nails does facials. They do waxing. They do spa pedicures, and then get a actual makeup done by Michaela. Give yourself that real Mother's Day or that real divine feminine energy treatment where you take care of mind, body, soul, spirit, right? Think about that. Mind, body, soul, spirit. How? Well, number one, you're getting a pedicure. You're taking care of all of that energy that needs to be broken up. You're also listening to HZ frequencies while you're going through hot wax, hot stones, hot towels, all that great shit with the jasmine, which is going to open you up. Mind, soul, energy, maintenance right there. Then you go and treat yourself to like a makeup session with Michaela where she helps you to glow like the natural goddess you are, right? Well, that's body because you got the massage from the pedicure, you got the facial from Tao at Angel Nails, and then you've got the touch from Michaela. You're glowing, not just physically, but energetically. Seriously, it's a no-brainer. And you don't have to do that with who I've called out. Find any vendor who does things like this and treat yourself to that. Every person needs to maintain themselves on a higher level. It's not just physical stuff, right? Calm seas, rough seas, nothing is just physical. Nothing. So if you need to book a session, I do remote sessions and in office sessions. I will be opening Sundays up. I am allowing walk-ins with call aheads, right? Like you need to text or call to confirm that you can come through and you can come through. I am also accepting cash payments now since COVID is doing better. So you don't have to pay for your sessions online. I'll be unlocking that option soon. This weekend, it should be all set for you. So a lot of different things are also going to be happening. I've been opening up galleries, live chats, and stuff like that on the website. I've been kind of playing with it, not playing with it, seeing how I want to do it. So it doesn't exactly look the way that I want it to, but I will be continuously baby stepping my way through. And remember, lime in your water purifies your energy. So if you wake up feeling like you have a hangover and you did not do anything to cause that hangover, you've been psychically attacked. You should also see a medical provider to make sure it's not something else. But 9 out of 10, you've got some haterade on you. Um, Shower meditations, all those great things are great too. So divinity648.com for services, hours of operation in the hours and menu section. And you can check out Michaela. Thank you.